Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. Last time we obtained the GF Siren, and this time we're going to go really fast. Even though I made a mistake last time, I want magic on there, I want elemental attack here, I want HP here, and I want status defense here. I also want to leave Squall at a low HP. Unfortunately, I would have rathered him having over 100 as opposed to what he actually has, but, you know, neither this nor that. Hopefully this doesn't bite me in the ass, because it already has twice. See if we can start this video without, you know, failing in the first couple of minutes because Squall dies. It's a little bit of luck in this first fight, which is why I'm learning HP as my first thing, so that we can finish it off. Okay, this is doable. Alright. And then we're going to cast Cure on you. Now, Squall's Renzakuken is interesting as far as limit breaks go. Not only does he have a chance of doing a finisher after you keep pulling the trigger, but the amount of times he'll do a hit is between 4 and 8, and it's randomly selected in battle. There are some battles, such as this one, where it's scripted and you will always get 4. Which is kind of unfortunate, but we've powered up our strength for him. By the way, elemental attack does not affect limits, which is why I'm not using Thundaga on my elemental attack for him. Just so you're aware. We're going to heal him here, and now going to get you in on it, and we're going to get you in on it. And once we've dealt enough damage, it will immediately stand up. Normally it heals itself slowly over time, but once it's done that, and I missed that, which is bad, it'll use Ray Bomb. I'm not super worried about this. I can heal in between fights here. That's not a big deal. Alright, so we survived that. That's important. I want to get to Selfie's turn. Thundaga. Thundaga should finish him off. Now, the idea here is in this first fight, you cannot destroy this boss. But there are 3 ways of fighting him. The way you're designed to do it is see, D and F if you aren't holding, it's weird. The controls are weird, but you get 50 AP, which is massive, and then as soon as the battle's over, we need to hit the menu, we need to go GF, we need to switch up what we're learning. Anything that takes more than 100 is what we do this time. So you're still good. You're going to go Elemental Defense, which opened up once we learned HP Junction. You're good on that. And the other thing I want to do is I want to Junction Squall. I want to put a magic, in this case Blizzaga, on his HP so that he doesn't need to have like 2 HP in order to get his limit break. And then we're just going to heal those 2. And I'm talking fast because I'm trying to do this live. Doing the commentary live for this probably isn't the best plan in the world, but the way that you're supposed to do this sequence is you're supposed to run away from this guy over and over and over again, and there is a way of going through the whole thing and only fighting him that first time, and I will demonstrate that afterward. The main reason I have this all set up and all of the stuff that I've been spending time grinding and farming and playing cards for up until now is for this. Now we're in the perfect situation where we can do lots of damage. We can take this guy down. Every time we deplete his HP enough, he will automatically stand back up from his sitting down or resting position, and we'll get 50 AP for the fight. 50 AP is massive at this point in the game, and it allows us to get a lot of abilities a lot earlier than we otherwise would have. It also gives us access to a lot of powerful spells, and that makes our job a lot easier. We're not actually going to use our limit break the second time around, because that should be enough. It wasn't. That's unfortunate. But, yeah, so what we want to do is we want to deal enough damage to get him weak enough so that he stands back up. And when he stands back up, you're no longer allowed to run away, only when he's falling down. He will counter by using Ray Bomb, which I'm unfortunately going to get hit by. Gonna have to heal in between fights, except for in this particular case, for some reason, we cannot. It will not let you open the menu after this fight. So what we need to do is we need to be in decent enough shape so that we can move on to the next one. And remember, whenever we learn a new ability... Yeah, so are you... Go down already. Whenever you learn a new ability, the game will automatically set you to learning something we don't want to learn, such as Summon Magic, GFHP, and Boost. So what we need to do, even though we're running, we're still gaining AP because we depleted its full HP, which is 4,000 or 5,000. So I specifically, yeah, you can't open your menu there or in this screen. And so I wanted abilities that had over 100 AP or at least 100 AP in order to make use of both of these fights, because I want to learn as many abilities as possible, which is the main reason why I'm doing this. I think I'm a little low on damage, so I'm going to have Zell actually in here to do one attack. Just hopefully that's enough so that I don't have to do a second Thundaga to finish him off and deplete his HP. Alright, Squall. Finish him off there. Now, I don't know for sure if this is the fastest way of doing this. It's the way that worked for me, and with this strategy, I'm able to fight this guy a total of... Oh, really? That's unfortunate. A total of 7 or 8 times and get, you know, almost 400 AP or 400 AP, depending on how well things work out. And really, you're gonna get Ray Bomb off. Unfortunately, his animations take a little time. But yeah, basically this fight is, or this episode is going to be filled with me showing you the whole process, even though it's repetitive, to basically the whole way down. And after that, I'm going to show a different side of this, maybe even in the next episode, depending on how long this is going to take. Okay. Alright, now let's get out of here. As soon as he falls down a second time, that's when you're allowed to run away, and that's when you'll get access to your AP, which we definitely want. As you can see, we learned some valuable things there. We get to the next screen, and we go into our menu, and we switch up what people are learning. You do HP, you do Vitality, and you do... you can work on that, whatever. I don't care. I want to work on Life Magic Refine, even though it doesn't cost a lot. I definitely want to work on that, and then I want to make sure... I didn't want to heal you, but that's fine. That's why we have the extra HP. And there's another fight, and do you want to see me fight these guys? It's the same fight every time. Alright, so I'm just going to cut out the battles themselves, and then as soon as... Normally, once you're finished a fight, you can't open your menu until the next screen, so you have to wait until you get to the next screen, and then we're going to try and work on some new stuff here, and you're going to work on spirits, and you're going to keep working on that, and you're going to work on... actually... Yeah, you're going to work on magic. Alright, so keep going down the hill. Make sure my timer's running. And you can outrun them if you keep going fast enough. I'm actually going to wait for them so I get another battle, so I get more AP. Alright, we finished up another fight there. We learned a couple more things. We're going to zone a screen here, and then we're going to open up our menu. And what we want to do now is we want to set things up here. We want... something that has 2 on it, so we're going to do those 2. Actually, hold up. Do I want... No, I want the defense. And unfortunately, you haven't learned anything yet, so we're just going to do that. That sucks. I really wanted you to have something that you could work on in this fight, but that's not going to happen, so that's fine. I'm not super bent out of shape about it. So yeah, hello. You can fight him on here pretty much as many times as you want. He'll just keep powering up after you take him down. Alright, finished him off that time. Unfortunately, I can't open my menu right now, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to zone out here so that I can open my menu. And in my menu, I'm going to set up something. Normally I would fight the guy twice there, oops, but I need to set you to magic plus 40 so that I can do so. And then what I'm going to do, oh, we ran into him already. That's different. That's fine. Not that that really hurts my feelings, but sure, why not? We can do that. I'm good. Alright, we finished him off again here. And, oh, we actually can open our menu in this particular screen. I didn't know that, but that's fine. So let's heal those guys up and check our abilities. You need to work on something of value, so let's call it that one. Oops, you need to work on something of value, so let's call it that one. You're already on something good. You're already on something good. Okay, there we go. Make absolutely certain that you press X on the dog. For some reason, you gain points for that. Don't ask me why. Alright. So we're in this screen here. And here he's going to come one more time. This time, we get a little cinematic. Then, this is the final screen. We want to take him out for real now. So this will be the final battle against this guy. This will be my 8th battle, if I counted correctly. So that's 400 AP we've gained here. And basically, in order to actually kill him for real, I think you need to deplete his HP like 3 or 4 times or something like that. And basically, it just involves bashing away at this guy over and over and over again, which is pretty much a JRPG in a nutshell anyway, but in this case it's just kind of weird because if you scan this guy, which I guess I should probably do just to show you, it shows that he only has, I think, 4,400 HP, somewhere in there and abouts. By the way, the chance of Squall using a finisher is random. The things that affect it are his crisis level, which I talked about in a previous episode there, in the tutorial there. Which is influenced by his status effects, or if there's a dead character, or the aura status, or how low his HP is. It's a combination of all of those things. It's a hidden level, you can't identify it as far as I'm aware. So let's just do a quick scan on this guy just so I can show you his total HP, so I'm not just, you know, lying to you about how much. Okay, it's 5,600 in this one, aka the Black Widow. Now, there's an interesting thing about this particular area, and this area was playable in the demo for this game. The demo for this game I didn't actually play, but from what I gather, you were able to roam around here with some different characters, and they weren't in Seed uniforms, so I don't know, take with that whatever you want. It's interesting to see how much different that game was. There's also a couple of different limit breaks, and I think maybe even some like different weapons that were dummied out of the game since that they were in the demo and they aren't available now, even though the code for them is still there and you can get them in, kind of thing. I think some of them don't even have an animation. So with what we've done here, we've actually destroyed him for real. As far as our points go, every time we run away from combat, which includes each of these fights, we lose points, but we also get a bonus amount of points for actually destroying that thing for real. And we get a chance at getting something like this. There's a few different items we could possibly get. But anyway, we finished that off, and the thing is, as soon as that happens, you can actually run into normal encounters again. You couldn't run into them the whole way down. They dummy them out until you finish off the guy there. As soon as the Black Widow dies, then you can run into enemies again. Alright, so we're gonna go... Wow! I don't think I've ever run into that many fights. Should have run into him closer to the transition. Oh well. You don't want to run away from any more enemies if you don't have to. It's just because you'll lose points. So you don't want to if you don't have to, but at this point we've got the bonus points for taking down the monster, and you only get the bonus points for taking him down when he actually explodes and you get the item after battle. You will not get it if you just deplete its HP to get the AP from him. Now, of all of the things that this does, is you lose out on the cinematic that you would normally get here. And I'm just going to throw a save over here. Not that that really matters, but I'm going to do that. Because, well, we miss out on a lot of people's, maybe not favorite, but one of their favorite cutscenes from this game. And there's no way I'm not going to show you all of that interesting information. Not only is the cutscene fun, but I also need to show you how to get past the Black Widow if you don't want to do all the grinding that I did and fight the Black Widow the way that I did. I don't remember his I don't know, whatever. He's got a code number or a serial number. I don't remember that. All I remember is his... all I really remember is he's aka the Black Widow in the scan thing there. But yeah, that's how you farm a crap ton of AP early in the game. If you are so interested in doing that, that's how you defeat the Black Widow. With that being said, what did you think of my performance, Quistis? He's over there. You're free until then. Now, I believe we are actually free and we can talk to people if we want now. I'll double check in between episodes or when I'm editing, and I'll include a note if I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure you can talk to people now. Anyway, that's one way of doing it. If you want to just run away, not only is it interesting information to learn, but you also get a really cool cutscene. So let's do that. Okay, we're back. I'm not going to bother setting anything up this time around. We're just going to go straight for the battle, because we're only going to fight him once, and all other fights against this guy are actually avoidable if you know how to do it. And I want to demonstrate that for you and show you how to get down with a reasonable amount of time left. So in order to bring him to his sagging animation, which is all you need to do in order to be able to run away from him, you're only allowed to run away from him when he is sagging, is cast Thandaga, if you have things set up the way I do. But in reality, you have to deal, I think it's about 1,000 damage, something in there and around. So once he starts sagging, okay, so maybe it's a little more. I don't care if Squall dies, it doesn't matter. I'm not keeping this file anyway. So yeah, once you do that, you're able to run away. As long as he's sagging, you can run. And if you want to keep running and never fight this guy, which you would if you were low leveled and how the game kind of intends you on doing it, we just need to keep running. And there's a couple of screens where it kind of matters what you do. The next screen you want to hold over left on the joystick, and like as soon as the transition starts, hold left, directly left, and you'll make it. If you don't hold directly left, you won't make it. Here, normally you got hit by something and the ground shook, but if you hold walk, hold the cancel button to walk, then you don't have to worry about that. Here, it's basically just running down. Don't have to worry about it here. As long as you run down, you'll outpace him here. And here, keep running over, and eventually he will jump. Now he landed. So what I've done here is I ran to the halfway point, he jumped, I waited for him to land, and then talked to the dog. I waited for him to land, and then I went back across the halfway point, which caused him to jump again. And once he jumped back, then I was able to go forward. If you hadn't gone to the halfway point, then, or like as soon as you go to the first halfway point, he jumps over you, and then he'll be waiting for you as you continue to go to the right there. So that won't help you. You can go into the hotel there, but you'll lose a whole bunch of points. But you can actually hide in there, and that is one way of doing this. You also miss out on the cutscene. But yeah, things play out a little bit differently if you do things this way. The timer disappears, and we transition straight into a cinematic again. And, well, if you notice, I was saying there were different characters in the demo. A certain character in the cinematic actually has the wrong shadow. At least so I've heard. It goes by too fast that I don't usually notice, so it's not a big deal for me, but interestingly enough, I don't think Selphie has the correct shadow, or at least that's what I've been told. Get to the chopper! And not only is Quistis hot, but she's also a badass with a machine gun. And that was entirely awesome and entirely worth doing this whole sequence over for. That was fun. Anyway, now let's load up my previous file and we can get back to all that nice AP. Okay, we're back, and we have successfully loaded our other file that has all the nice abilities halfway learned for us, which is very, very nice. Let's work on that for now. Now that we have more time to kind of think about what we're doing, let's set everything there. You learned a few points on that, which I'm not happy about, but we'll learn some strength bonus for you. If you're super worried about maxing out stats, you probably wanted to learn that before, but for the most, like, I'm going to use it, but I'm not going to use it that much. It's not that important to how I have things set up. The next thing we want to do is we want to work on... Actually, I think I want to work on move find right away. Okay, yeah, in my test run, I had worked on different abilities here. I had actually reset up how I wanted to do this compared to my test run. But yeah, move find we're going to want before too long. The other things we're going to work on relatively shortly are tool refine and status medicine refine, which isn't as important, but it's still there and still worth checking out. All right, now that we've done that, yeah, I don't think we really need to do anything else in the menu. Let's move on. Yeah, we can talk to... Hey, that's my ride home. Well, I guess we're going for a long walk. But while we're here, I think we should do something else. Something aside from just walking around. Let's go in here and let's save. I know I just came from a save file, but I don't want to have to redo that cutscene if something goes horribly, horribly wrong. And it has. In fact, when I was doing some of this off-screen before... there we go. I actually lost a game and lost Ifrit and my only Malboro card at the time, which I love the Malboro card early game. And what else? And I think Quistis' card as well. Oh, would you look at that? Zell, you have friends? Oh, you're kind of a dick, aren't you? But yeah, this is Zell's house, of course, and if we try and go upstairs, it's sacred. So we can't go up to his room and look at all of his dirty magazines or whatever he's got up there. But yeah, once you go in the screen and you press the square button, for some reason it won't let you challenge her to cards. It's kind of weird that way. But yeah, we're actually going to play a children's card game, and if you zone in once, then she will play cards with you. she can use up to level 5 cards. I'm not sure which exact level she uses, but my go-to strategy has been this set of cards, and of course she doesn't have the one I want, so we'll just cut there. Okay, finally! I think I was at 12 games before she used it. I don't think it's ever taken me that long for her to use a card. That's tedious. Normally I wouldn't do this, but yeah, we basically just won this. Let's see, let's put that one there. Normally my first move is to play the Marlboro card. In fact, I can still play it where I like to play it in the bottom left. And yeah, we'll play that there, and we win. Yay! We got Zell's card. It's a rare card that we can finally pick up, which is very nice. And now that will be added to my collection. There's not really anything else too important that we can do around here at the moment. And so we're supposed to head back to the garden now, and that's pretty much what we're going to do. But that'll have to wait till next time, because I think we've accomplished enough for today. Finished the mission in 2 different ways, and we've managed to get ourselves a nice rare card. So anyway, that's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.